don't let arguments stand between you and your friends.
We stand up for humanity. Hi everyone. Today's episode is definitely special because the last time we talked about phrasal verb back then in episode 7. If you don't check what episode 7 is, we talk a lot about phrasal verb with go. And today's episode we're going to talk about phrasal verb but with the verb stand. And to talk a lot about it, I'm already joined here with the one and only Fatma. How are you? How's it going, Fatma?
Yay! I'm good. What about you, Jess?
Really amazing.
Alright. I hope everyone there is also doing fine. Alright. As you have mentioned that we are going to talk about phrasal verb. I am always excited when it comes into phrase because, it helps me to increase my vocabulary mastery.
And another thing, what's interesting about phrasal verb is that we cannot always understand what it means because phrasal verb has different meanings, right? They have different meanings, and then also it relies on context as well. Before we jump into the 7 phrasal verb with stand, with the word stand today, would you please do the honor to remind us what phrasal verb is actually?
Well, phrasal verb is combination of 2 words actually that has another meaning from the root word. So we cannot interpret as it is mentioned in the root word. So as you mentioned previously, that context is going to help you to understand what phrasal verb is.
And guys, we have already listed 7 phrasal verb with the word stand. Okay. Fatma, what do you have the first one?
Let's start. The first one we have stand out. Okay.
Stand out.
Oh, sorry, not stand out. It's stand aside. Not stand out, but stand aside. All right. It means that you get out of the way. You get out of the way. For example, when Taylor Swift is going to walk through or going to get into the stage, you need to stand aside.
So to stand aside is when you're walking on the way, and then you need to stand aside to let someone in. Is that true?
Yep, exactly. So usually we stand aside when important people will walk through the way.
Stand aside. Or another similar phrasal verb, it could be stand back, right? To stand back.
Stand
to
back,
get out of the way.
similar. Yep, it has the same meaning. All right. Next, what do you have?
Okay. And then stand for. I think this is really familiar.
Stand for. Yeah.
Stand for.
What does it mean?
When something represents something, it stands for something, right?
Yep.
So WWW stands for World Web. World. What was that?
World Wide Web.
World Wide Web.
Web. And another meaning of stand for? Does it also has another meaning?
Yeah, to tolerate. So when you tolerate something, so it means to stand for. To stand for. Okay, for example, I can't stand for this unfair treatment, something like that. So you can't bear, so you cannot stand for it.
All right.
Yeah, you cannot tolerate because maybe someone has done something wrong, and then you cannot stand for it.
Okay. Can we also say that stand for is that we are at the same side of some party, for example? We stand
up for
humanity. Oh, stand up
for humanity? Yeah.
Oh, right.
So we have stand up for, and then we have also stand for.
Stand for. Okay. Noted. All right.
Yeah, it's quite tricky, guys. That is why later we'll have a game. Fatma and I are going to ask each other, to guess actually what phrasal verb works best in a particular sentence. Okay. Next one, what do you have, Fatma?
I forgot stand out. That I mentioned it in the very beginning. Stand out means to be different. To be different, bold, special, and noticeable. Usually people wear red to be stand out.
Yeah, stand out.
Yep.
So
Stand out.
this could be acting as a verb, right? So
Okay.
something stands me out. So something that attracts you. So something that stands you
Okay.
out. Something that
All right.
attracts you because it's really attractive, let's say. Or
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
it can be, is it adjective? Stood out?
Yep.
Stood out,
Yep. Just
the past participle form. Like
just so.
there's
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
nothing stood out about me. Yeah, which
Mm-hmm.
means nothing special about me. Nothing
Special.
stood out about
Oh,
me.
I
Yeah,
see. So when it is in past participle, it turns into an adjective, but it also can
adjective.
be a verb.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I see.
Mm.
Next, what else do we have?
Okay. Stand up to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's quite familiar. So stand up to means to defend or to
Defend.
challenge, to defend
Okay.
against. For example, we're against bullying, any forms of
Mm-hmm.
bullying at school. So
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
stood up to bullying.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-mm.
And the next one
Yeah.
is
Mm-mm.
almost the same as the previous one. Stand up
Mm-mm.
for. The previous
Yeah.
one was stand for. Now we are going to have stand up for, means
Mm.
to
Yeah.
support somebody, to support some party.
We stand up for humanity.
We stand up
So,
for
uh,
humanity. All right.
yeah. And then the next one we have is to
Mm-hmm.
stand between. Yeah, when you stand in between means you're
Mm-hmm.
presenting a barrier. So,
Mm-hmm.
for example, you can
You.
say, nothing will stand between me and my goal.
All
So,
right.
nothing that blocks me, nothing that will
Okay.
stand between, yeah,
All
between
right.
me and my goal.
So it has similar meaning, the same meaning as block.
Yeah,
Yep. All
to block.
right.
But when you're using
Nice.
phrasal verb, it sounds more natural.
Mm-hmm.
To stand between, it sounds more advanced because you're using this kind
Yep.
of phrasal verb.
Yep. Therefore, I'm telling you that learning about phrasal verb or phrasal another phrase are going to help me to what's that? To help me to communicate better because I have a different diction to use in speaking. Not the same diction the whole time.
Yeah,
Next, what do we have,
exactly.
Jazz?
Yeah, the last one, I think it's you.
Oh, my turn. All right. Stand
Yeah,
off. Stand
yeah.
off means we distance ourselves from something. We keep distance.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
For example, the cat and the dog stood off. Each of them is watching each other.
Yeah.
Stood off.
So
Okay.
it's the standoff, right?
Stand off
Mm,
means we need to keep space one
yeah.
another. All right.
You can also say when you're negotiating something, so
Uh-huh.
both parties or both
Okay.
sides stood off each other.
Stood off
Stood off
means
means, yeah,
they don't have agreement.
yeah, to keeping a distance between the two, right?
Okay.
Stood off.
Stood off. All right.
Okay, guys. Now we will have exercise how to use these phrasal verbs in context. So
Mm-hmm.
Fatma is going to ask, and I'm also going to ask Fatma later what is the
Okay.
best or the proper phrasal verb in this context. All right.
All right. I'm going to challenge you first. All right. Let me read the sentence. He
Okay.
wore red hat to blah
Mm-mm.
blah blah from the crowd.
Okay. Um, stand out. So
Stand out.
he wore a
Okay.
red hat to stand out from the crowd.
Okay. To
Is
be
it correct?
noticeable. Yes. Perfect. All right. Now
Okay.
your turn.
I cannot blah 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 unfair treatment.
I cannot blah blah blah. Okay. Let me. I cannot. Right. Stand for two. Stand for.
Okay,
Okay.
right, 100%. Oh, now your turn.
My turn.
Ask me.
Okay. Let me choose randomly. Okay. Okay. Everyone had to blah 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 when the glass broke. What is the appropriate phrasal verb?
I
Mm-hmm.
imagine that when the glass breaks, we need to stand. to stand back, right?
To stand back.
So
Yep,
everyone had to stand
exactly.
back when the glass broke.
Alright, so the glass will not hurt
Is it
you.
correct?
Yes, perfect. 100% correct.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What exercise?
Okay. It is important to blah 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 when you believe in, even when it's difficult. So it is important to blah 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 when you believe in, even it's difficult. What is it?
Stand up for.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you explained it many times, the difference between
So
stand for and stand up for, so I can remember it easily. The two cats, blah blah blah, each waiting for the other to make a move.
okay. I was
Okay.
thinking that two cats are standing each other and then they're waiting for the other to make a move. So it could be standoff
Okay.
because in the
Yep.
moment of doing nothing, and to stand off. So the two cats stand off, each waiting for the other to make a move. Is it correct?
Yep. Correct. Okay. Stand off to stay distance. Yep.
What does
Okay.
UN blah blah blah, it blah 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 United Nations? I think it's a piece of cake.
Stand for. You challenge me. Stand for and stand up for. United Nations stand for. What does UN stand for? United Nation. Okay.
Stand for.
UN
Yeah.
stand for United Nation.
Yeah.
All right. Yay.
Yeah. It stands for United Nation.
The last one, I guess. Okay. Don't let arguments, blah, 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 you and your dream.
Is to stand between.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Don't let arguments stand between you and your friends. Yes, we have come up with several phrasal verbs dealing with stand. So, what can you wrap up, Jess?
Learning phrasal verb is quite challenging because it has different meanings. The best way to learn phrasal verb is to put it in a context and use it more often. Put it
Yes.
into practice. Put those phrasal verbs into practice. I think that is
Exactly.
what we can wrap up today.
I'm in line with you, so let's try our best to bring up those phrasal verbs into our real life. So we use it every day, I think it's going to be in our mind automatically.
Okay, guys, I think that is all for today. If you want to hit more videos on our channel, you can go back and scroll, find previous videos on EnglisIn. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
Bye from now, guys. See you.